Hey and welcome to the Geek Legion of Doom. We're here to review Ender's Game. So this is a little bit of a late review for us, but neither of us actually seen this movie before now, so hence the lateness of the review. But we thought we'd give our opinions on it. So Ender's Game based off a novel. Now I forget the author's name, but there was some controversy when this came out because the author is actually known for being quite homophobic, and a lot of people kind of felt they were going to boycott this movie when it came out because of that. But it doesn't feature in the plot at all, so we're going to kind of just ignore that really and just focus on the actual film itself. Now, Pauline here is going to give you a brief rundown of the plot.
So the plot of the story is basically they have been attacked. There's been an alien attack, and they are now trying to basically kind of create defences. They're planning on going to war with the aliens that they had the attack with, and the way that they believe is the best way to do that is to find the most intelligent children to kind of lead the way on the attack, and so that's kind of how it starts out. Is you find the main character Ender in a school where basically they're monitoring like his actions and reactions to things. And they're doing this with a lot of children to decide whether they're suitable to go into this like basic military program really. And it's all about all these different scenarios and situations. It kind of, I guess, in a way, touches a little bit on like a teenage life and what it's like to be a teenager. But yeah, it's all about Ender and his kind of progression up through the ranks to be able to basically lead everyone into battle against the aliens. So the
majority of this film is actually just kind of a boot camp essentially, and Ender himself played by Asa Butterfield, who is my pick for the next Spider-Man. Marvel, he's your guy if you ask me. He's kind of this prodigy basically who's basically very well sort of held in high regard by the kind of the military brass basically, and they think he's going to be the kind of the next leader, and they basically sort of test him and put him through the ringer basically and kind of make life difficult for him to essentially kind of like see how he'll progress. Now this also stars Harrison Ford. It stars Ben Kingsley, although he doesn't really appear until kind of the last sort of third of this movie, Viola Davis. So it's it is a sci-fi film, but it's more of it's kind of like Full Metal Jacket in a way. The majority of the film is actually kind of more training, and it's quite fun. In regards to some of the training things that they do, they're all kind of in zero gravity, and it looks kind of fun, and it really basically is sort of him testing his tactical knowledge. So you weren't a massive fan of this. I haven't asked the why until now, so
I found it quite hit and miss. Some bits were really good. Like I liked the kind of game that they that they invented, the zero gravity game. I quite liked that. I thought that was quite good. I just found that some parts of it dragged on too long. Just parts. You kind of sitting there going, okay, I get the gist of this. Can I skip to the end? Can I get past it? I felt like it was really long as well. I don't actually know how long it went on for, but I felt like it was really long. I felt like it was a good couple of hours.
113 minutes.
Yeah. But there were bits that I really liked. I liked some of the CGI stuff that they put in there. With the game that he was playing, I quite liked that idea. I also kind of found that part of it a little bit, as much as I liked it because I liked the CGI, I also found it quite irrelevant. Obviously I know it gets explained, but yeah, there was just certain things that I kind of thought, oh, really?
The film has kind of a double twist ending, which obviously we won't sort of spoil. I think the first twist, without kind of giving anything away, I think it's fairly obvious. So that you can kind of see it coming because you're aware of the running time. The second twist, not really a twist, but the kind of I guess more of the epilogue, I suppose. I mean, it leaves it very open to a sequel, and I believe there's more than one book. So I don't know if that kind of it feels a little rushed to me. I have to be honest. It feels a little sort of tacked on, but I actually quite enjoyed this film. If you're wanting like an alien war film, then we don't really ever see the aliens hell of a lot, to be quite honest. We see one scene basically, but there's not a lot of kind of your traditional sort of alien sort of space opera type movies here. If you're interested in the kind of the stuff like Star Wars and that sort of thing, then I think you may be a little bit disappointed here. But I think it's more looking at exploring more of the tactical elements behind war basically, and kind of looking at the sort of psychology that people have to have sometimes, and kind of about making sort of sacrifice and making the best tactical decision overall sort of for the greater good, rather than kind of like your sometimes other more moralistic sort of heroes we sort of see. I actually quite enjoyed it. For me, I found it like a different type of sci-fi movie. I thought it had an original feel to it. It's not something I didn't feel like it's something I had seen a lot before. So in that respect, I like it, and I really liked Asa Butterfield in the lead role here. I thought he was very good, and hence why I think he should be the next Spider-Man. Obviously, he'll be a little bit older, but he's my pick. I think maybe some of the kind of if I had to pick a couple of holes in it, some of the confrontations between his sort of fellow classmates seem a little forced to me, and also Viola Davis' character was completely irrelevant. To be quite honest, he could have been taken out of the film, and it wouldn't have made a blind bit of difference to the actual plot itself. Completely different. So, but overall, I like it. So, what was your mark out of 10?
I did like it.
Going back on it now, just because I said I liked it.
No. I did like parts of it, but I'd probably only give it a 6, really.
6. Yeah. I'm going to give this a 7.5. I actually quite enjoyed it. So it's not a film I'd then watch again. I don't think it has that rewatchability value to it, but for one time watch, I think it's definitely worth a watch. Anyway, what did you think of it? Leave us a comment, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.